Welcome back. Today we're flying out the Su-7. Some people asked me to give my opinion about the Su-7 pack as well as the F5C pack. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. I think you should not pre-order them. Most of the gameplay you're going to be seeing is just background material, some highlights. I use this thing to get the task done, because getting a mission maker with this thing is insanely easy. You spawn pretty forward, you kill pillbox and artillery or something else, you kill a few people in the middle of the match, and then you kill an artillery at the end, and you get mission maker because you get the first and the last kill. So why should you not pre-order especially the Su-7? It's not a very great fighter. It's a decent ground support plane, but you have to keep in mind it's going to be the same BR as the BLK that we have in the game right now. So you're gonna basically buy the same plane for $60 or 60 guides and whatever currency you want to use for a plane that we already have. In terms of RRB, not a very good pickup. So right off the bat, you want to use the plane in RRB. If you want to use it as a ground support in ground RB, buying a premium plane, in my opinion, is not a very good idea. You're not going to get the most amount of RP, you're going to be in the air for a very short amount of time. And keep in mind, you don't have guide and ordnance, so you have to get pretty close. And at this BR, a lot of enemies will have radar AA. And if you get up tiered at all, you're going to run into stuff like ADATs, the flak rat truck or whatever it's called. You're not going to get very close without instantly getting blown up by radar AA or something else. So be aware of that. And if you want to fly this thing in air RB, well, bad news for you. It's not going to be very good. 9.7, you're going to face 10.7 quite often. This is the 9.3 variant. It's essentially the same plane. This thing has a little bit less power and different ordnance. But I think this thing is a lot better for air RB. And even this thing is questionable at best. You're going to see some highlights in the background. Don't be fooled. These are the best games that I've had. The least boring ones at least. A lot of times you rush in, you kill a few ground units, get an AVA diving on you, you get missile. That's just how it is. Yes, I can avoid those, but I'm trying to do the event, I'm trying to do the battle pass mostly. And that's why I'm being very aggressive, trying to get these games over with as quickly as I can. And I try to have a meaningful impact for my team so we can try to win it. I'm a decent pilot, I've been doing this for a very long time. And I cannot make this thing work every game. If you want to rush in, ground pound a little bit, get a little bit of RP and then die, be my guest. It's good for that. You're going to be around the ground targets before the fighters arrive. Yes. Problem is, you're not the only strike fighter in the game. There's a lot of planes with an air span now, and the F5C is also coming in. Not sure how that's going to stack up. I can't tell you how the F5C is going to perform. It's probably going to be more like an F5A, but with flares and without the missiles. At least the good missiles. So I don't really want to comment on that, but with this plane I know for a fact that it's going to be very, very similar to the BLK. And you also have to keep in mind, a lot of people are going to buy this thing and your team will be absolutely filled with them. And what do you think is going to happen when your entire team is in an Su-7? Because in terms of carrying your team, it's not going to happen unless you rush in so fast with your entire team, you coordinate the attack, you wipe the entire map of tickets or of ground units, and then you win. But what's the likelihood of that happening? We all know it's not going to happen. These teams are going to suffer badly and all the good players are going to fly the other team and farm these planes. This thing struggles dodging AIM-9Ds. This plane is not a top tier plane, and trust me, you will be seeing a lot of top tiers in this thing at 9.7. And top tiers right now with the US and Japanese teams, they win a lot of matches right now. And you're not a plane that can really carry against these planes. And even if you don't get up tier to 10.7, say about 50% of your games will be down tiers. I can already assure you it's not going to happen, you're going to be up tiered more, but let's say hypothetically 50% of your matches, the highest plane in that match will be 10.0, which is a very, very realistic game you're going to be getting. What are you going to do against Jaguars with Magics? What are you going to be doing against SRAM Harriers? They will be rushing you, they will be diving on top of you, and the SRAM Harrier is not a very good plane. I covered this thing very recently. It's a very situational plane. But trust me when I say that if that thing dives on you and you're flying this thing, you're dead. And that's just how it is. And then he's going to chase you, he's going to stick on you the entire match, you're a very hot target, he can lock you from almost any aspect. If that SRAM comes off the rails, you are going to die. Match wasted. Queue again. Go again. Now maybe this game you can actually do something. There's no strike aircraft, there's no planes rushing you down, and you can ground pound in peace. You start ground pounding, you get a few ground kills, you get 10 ground units, let's be optimistic, 10 to 15 ground units. And then your team is dead because your entire team is in Su-7s because it just came out. It's a new top tier, well not even a top tier, it's a new premium. And a lot of people will be flying this thing. Even if you get 15 ground units, which is very unlikely because your entire team will be in these things and they will all be rushing, trying to get the kills you're trying to get. You're all bunched up together, you're all being very aggressive, very impatient, because otherwise you don't get any kills, and you get clapped. If you're one of the few people that flies this thing like a fighter, like I am right here, you might be able to get 1-2 kills, which is great, but it's not very noob friendly. You have to learn how to use these S24s, and you're gonna be dying trying to learn them. These guns are not very, well, new player friendly. They don't have a lot of volumes, they hit pretty hard, don't get me wrong, they hit like minivans. But you don't have a lot of ammo, they're not very sprayable. You can't really come in from the side and simply beam someone down. Not like with the F100, not like with anything with high fire rate 20 mils. And this makes it a very hard plane for air-to-air duty. That's just how it is. If people dodge your shells, you won't be able to hit them. This thing is a brick, which again makes it even harder to aim. You cannot dogfight anyone because it's too stiff for that, and they can just run circles around you. All you have to do is run away from it. Keep your speed a little bit, and I will show you that at the end of this match versus an E10 Dart. And he made it very hard for me to kill him. All he did was just kind of fly straight, not take my bait, and roll around my guns, and I can't hit him. I simply cannot hit him. I had to kind of throw everything into one shot, and if I had missed that one, I would have died. And now let's talk about the new top tiers they might add. I'm not saying it's confirmed. I don't know anything here. I don't have any background information. I don't have any inside information from Gaijin. I know nothing. I know as much as you do. Tier 7 is around the corner. Imagine if they start adding tier 7s and it's going to be 10.7. We all know Gaijin. At the start of that patch, if they're going to add tier 7, very likely it's going to be the same BR as the top tiers right now. And if that's the case, if we are going to get 10.7s with tier 7 jets, have fun flying this thing. 10.7 is going to be spammed out even more. And if something is spammed out, you're going to be pulled up in BR. You're going to be up-tiered into Tomcats. And I'm not telling that they're coming. But right now, I've been saying this for a while. I've been saying this for over a year. It's very likely they're going to release the Tomcat with the Top Gun movie. The Top Gun movie right now is scheduled for July the 8th. Looking at the dev blogs, looking at the amount of dev servers we're going to get, maybe 1, maybe 2, we don't know yet. It's probably about 6 to 7 weeks out. That's the same week as the Top Gun movie. And again, I don't have any insider information. I'm not trying to insinuate something. I'm simply saying it might happen. You don't know yet. I might be completely wrong, and I don't like making these kind of videos. I don't like making speculation videos because my speculation is worth as much as the next guy. I just want to warn people that want to pre-order planes. You should not pre-order it. It's very easy for Gaijin to change everything about this plane, change everything about the matchmaker. And if they're going to add 10.7s with the new tier 7 jets, again, I don't know yet. You're gonna have a lot of wasted money. Just wait until this thing comes out. Wait a few days. I'm gonna make a video about the F5C as well as the Su-7 within the first week. And if you really can't wait and you need to pre-order a 60 Gaijin plane for a title and a skin for a plane you might not even use anymore because this thing became borderline useless on arrival because of the teams, because of the stuff they added, be my guest. I'm not stopping anyone. I simply want to warn people yet again. So I think at this point you kind of catch my drift. I don't have much to add to this. The Su-7 in terms of gameplay, you've been seeing it in the background. It might look fun now, but keep in mind I have 16,000 Aero B games. I've been playing jets for the majority of times, and I kind of know what I'm doing. So I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it for air-to-air purposes. You're probably going to get a better deal in the future. Right now, you probably already have some tier 6s. And if you don't have tier 6s yet, if you don't even have tier 5s yet, you shouldn't be buying a tier 6 premium. You're going to get your ass rocked. Trust me. This is not a forgiving BR. This is mostly to the people that play it. People have that one kill mentality. These games last 5 minutes. And if you're in a plane that can't kill anything in those 5 minutes, it's going to be a very frustrating experience that you paid money for. And I'm starting to sound like a broken record, I know. I just have nothing to add anymore. And there's still some footage left. I'm gonna let it play out. If you want to watch all of it, be my guest. I don't want to just repeat myself for 10 minutes. So I'm gonna let this play out, this little fight, as well as the gameplay at the end. Hope I kind of informed you. I hope this kind of clears up some minds. And again, I don't know what's going to happen yet. This is all speculation. Just wait it out. If you really want a title and a camo, the F5C is probably going to be a better bet. The F5C might even get an air spawn because it's a strike aircraft. We don't know yet. Again, we don't know yet. It's all speculation. And this is why I hate making these videos. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm simply rambling and I'm hoping that what I say is going to be right. So do with this information what you want. Feel free to disagree, feel free to agree. I really don't care. This is my 2 cents on it. Do with it what you want. Hope you enjoyed the rant. Hope it was at least a little bit helpful. And we'll see you all very soon again with another video.
The enemy is winning.